Well, good morning. It's been some time since my last video, and there's been a lot of changes, a lot of growth, especially internally. Internally is where most of my growth's happened, and how I can feel things changing and moving in the spirit rather than the physical. And the physical, people are probably looking at me with the things that I'm doing as to why am I doing that. They look crazy. It looks like there's no plan, no sort of path that I'm going down, but I know that inner feeling within me, that God is moving within me, and I am just obeying what He wants and doing the things that He wants. And where that path may lead, I don't know. But that's what I've sort of repeating theme of my videos here and TikTok is you don't need to know the end destination. You just need to take the steps on that path towards that destination. And only God knows where that is going and leading us to. And this path has been fraught with anxiety, fraught with panic at sometimes, fraught with fun and laughter, a whole range of emotions and things that I'm going through and developing as a person, that I'm really enjoying the path, that I'm on, developing as who I was always intended to be. Now, each morning that God allows you to wake up has meaning and reason. Each morning that we wake up, He's awakening us because He has a purpose for our life, and it's whether we choose to go down that path or we choose to stay on the path of the world, being distracted by shiny things, being distracted by money, by new things, by cars, by clothes, by being distracted by just going out drinking. Now, that's probably a debate among Christians whether you should be able to drink or not. And I believe everything within moderation in terms of drinking is fine, as long as you do not overindulge and become out of control. For me, is fine. Jesus served wine to His disciples. He turned water into wine. Being drunk, completely being out of control, I don't think is right, because you are very susceptible to spiritual attacks, because we are in a spiritual war. The whole thing is good and evil. There is no other thing that matters. Good versus evil, that is all that matters, that is all that counts. And that's the only label that matters. We are not what we look like on our outside. It does not matter what your skin colour is. It does not matter what your favourite colour is. It does not matter on your music taste. It does not matter what your favourite sports team is. Those things are worldly things, and they do not matter. They do not satisfy us the way that we need to be satisfied. The only thing that matters is that we are all children of God, and we should all be working together rather than creating labels to divide us. That's all labels do, is divide, divide, divide. The more we are divided, the less we are in alignment with God and with the purpose that He has for us all, which is far greater than we could possibly ever know. I know this path isn't easy. As much as it's been rewarding, it's always also been so difficult and challenging too. I've just been in India recently, and a part of that trip I was on my own, which originally I wasn't meant to be. Long story. But anyway, I had a really good time. I just made so many memories, met so many amazing people, and I'm glad that I did do it. But there was a part of that journey I was on a houseboat. So I was on that houseboat. You get your own chef, captain, and you tour around the backwaters in Kerala, where I was. But I was on my own as well. It was the only time during that trip where I really did feel alone, feel that wave of anxiety come upon me, thinking, what am I going to do when I get home? I'd just left my job. with ideas and thoughts and plans of what I'm going to do, but the devil latches onto any bit of doubt and fear in your mind. And I knew it was from the devil, and I knew it wasn't from God. And I instantly got into prayer to take that anxiety and the fear away. But those moments still do come, and you will be attacked at any moment by anything and anyone that the devil chooses to pick to attack you. He can use the people closest to you, and they could be saying things that are from a point of view from the devil, and they do not know and do not realize, but he uses anything and anyone to attack you, especially when you start walking in that truth that God is real. He is our Father. Jesus did die on the cross, and that the whole spiritual realm is very, very, very real. And we are so blinded to it, and it's not anyone's fault that we are so blinded, because the world has put that fog of war, so to speak, around where you can only see very short distance around you. You can only go off what you were told until you step back and start seeing the world for how it truly is. You pull yourself back from attachments to things of the world, or with things that are happening in the world. Because how do you know what is happening in the world? We get the news and we are told this is what's happening. But what is the difference between seeing a movie or TV and it is a war movie, for example, or a drama, and there's been a murder in that drama? We know that that isn't real because we know we are watching a TV series or film. But what is the difference between that set and what we are seeing on the news? How do we know what is real? How do we know what isn't real? And the answer is we don't know unless you're there, unless you go to a country. That's so brilliant in India, how you see the TikToks and everything about how India is. It was, in ways, part of what I expected, in other ways not. The people, so friendly. I'm going to try and keep it separate because I have done a video in India, so I'm going to try and keep it separate. But you do not know what is happening around you. You do not know what is happening in the world unless you are there in person, because anything else is a third party telling you what is happening. And we judge and develop opinions on other people giving us information. And how do we know what other people are giving us is true? Which we don't. This is why everything you get, every download you get, any bit of information you get, any video you watch, you take it back to God, you pray about it, and you seek His clarity over it, because your truth is what matters. That is the only thing that matters, is your truth. Sorry, I got distracted. Bike went past. I'm not used to someone going past when they're trying to record, but anyway. Your truth is what matters. Everyone's truth is so different, so unique, so shaped by the experience that we've all been through, that everyone's truth matters and everyone's opinion is different. And we spend so much time getting into arguments over opinions on subjects, which everyone's opinion matters, except, and I'll always say this, if you are wanting to cause harm, then that is wrong. That is it. If you want to cause harm, it's wrong. But everyone else's opinion is just, because everyone's truth is different. Everyone's brought up in different positions, different circumstances, different way of lives. You know, if you, for example, are attacked by someone, now, if that person is a different skin colour to you, a different religion to you, a different nationality to you, you're then going to have an imprint on your mind that those people, from whoever did that to you, you're going to be scared of them because that is what's happened. Now, your opinion is just because that is what you've been through. So someone else has to understand that that is why they think like that, or why you think like that. But you also need to see that not everyone is like that. So our opinions matter, our truths matter. And God sees all. God sees all. And He has meaning and purpose for your life far greater than what we realise. And anyway, I've probably rambled so much, I've gone off with so many different tangents. But that's everything that's just come to my head that I needed to get out there, and hopefully it makes sense to some of you, even if it's one person. If it makes sense to one person, then it's worth doing this video. If you have liked this video and it's been useful to you, please like, share and subscribe.